important that you're healthy so that learning will be very easy and fun. Are you ready to discover the wonders of our bodies? Very good. I'm happy to hear that you're interested in listening for today's lesson. I'm Carmi, your teacher for today's podcast learning lesson. Now, I want you to ready your ears for listening and get your paper and pen to jot down or to note the important word for our lesson. Listen carefully and let's start. For today's lesson, you're expected to describe the parts, the reproductive system, and their functions. All living things can produce their kind. Human beings, like all other living things, can reproduce. They have body parts that can produce another human being like themselves. These body parts consist of the reproductive organs, which have functions of continuing life. The process where living organisms multiply or produce new organisms is called reproduction. The female reproductive system is made up of several organs which include the ovaries, fallopian tube, uterus, and vagina. It is specifically responsible for producing egg cells and supporting a developing body inside a mother's womb. The egg cell is only 1/10 a millimeter, about the size of the diameter of a hair strand. Oh, imagine how tiny the egg cell is. Now, I will describe the female reproductive system and their functions. First, ovary. The ovary produces egg cells as well as female sex hormones, estrogen and progesterone. Female humans have 2 ovaries. About 7,000 potential egg cells are already present in the ovaries of the female when she is born. However, only 500 of these eggs will mature. The mature eggs are released one by one every month once the female reaches puberty, and until she is about 4,355 years old. The mature egg leaves the ovary through the fallopian tube. Fallopian tube. The fallopian tube leads the egg from the ovary to the uterus. This is also the usual site of fertilization of the egg cell and its sperm cell. Female humans have 2 fallopian tubes, each connecting to the ovary to the side of the uterus. Uterus, also called the womb. The uterus is a hollow muscular organ located at the lower abdomen. It has a soft, smooth inner lining called the uterine lining or endometrium. This lining becomes thicker as it accumulates blood and nutrients to accommodate the unborn baby as it develops. It is also the site where the fertilized egg is implanted. If the egg cell is not fertilized, it will break down together with the uterine lining and is discharged during menstruation. Cervix. The cervix is located at the lower part of the uterus. It is a narrow opening between the uterus and the vagina. During childbirth, it expands to allow the baby to passage of the baby. Vagina, also called the birth canal. The vagina is a hollow muscular tube that extends from the cervix to the vagina opening called the vulva. It expands to let the baby pass during normal delivery. Are you still there? Very good. It's nice to know that you're still there for another exciting adventure. Stay tuned because we're not done yet. Next is the male reproductive system. The male reproductive system is made up of several organs which include the testes, ducts, accessory glands, and penis. It is specifically responsible for producing sperm cells and hormones. A sperm cell is needed to fertilize an egg. Hormones are responsible for the development of adult male characteristics. A male can produce numerous sperm cells. An average man can have approximately 5 million in a single drop of his semen. Out of this million of sperm cells, only 1 is needed to fertilize an egg cell. The different parts of the male reproductive system have their specific functions. Penis. The penis is the external male organ with a tip called glans. It is covered with a foreskin that may be removed through circumcision. Scrotum. Scrotum is a part of pouch-like sacs that contains the testes. It also controls the testes temperature because they must be slightly cooler than the body to produce sperm cells. Testes. Testes are the glands that produce the sperm cells and the male sex hormone called testosterone. Epididymis. The epididymis is a narrow, cold tube that stores sperm cells. The urethra. Urethra inmates are the passageway of urine from the urinary bladder and semen from the glands. Seminal vesicles. Seminal vesicles are sac-like pouches attached to the vas deferens. It contributes to semen production, a sugar-rich fluid that provides energy for the sperm cell's motility. Vas deferens. The vas deferens is a long muscular tube that serves as the passageway of the sperm cell released from the testes. It also connects the testes to the seminal vesicles in the urethra. Cowper's gland, also called the bulbourethral gland, is one of the two pea-sized organs found beneath the prostate gland. It is responsible for releasing fluid that nourishes out foreign matters and neutralizes the acidic urine in the urethra. Last, prostate gland. Prostate gland is a gland located between the bladder and the penis. It produces fluid that nourishes and protects the sperm. Hello? Are you still there? I hope that you're still there. I'm very happy that until the end of the lesson you are there for listening. That's all for today's lesson. I know by now that you are already familiar with the different parts and functions of our reproductive system. I hope you enjoyed and have some fun while listening. Thumbs up, you're a great listener. Thank you.